All righty.
Mhm. Let me just
Okay.
events created by you. Where's the one that I created? You know, every time I do this, we'll be there. It'll get there. It'll get there.
I'll get there. Nope, you're good.
Okay, maybe I think it's this one. Hold tight.
Okay.
I'm clicking. Okay, here we go. Do. That's the duplicate one. Where is my button? Okay, I see the button. Hold on.
All righty.
Go live video. There we are. Okay, and go live now. All right, now. It should be faster than that at this time. It should be less than that. Okay, but we are live. We are live.
All right.
All right.
All
Happy
right.
Sunday, Miss Lee. Happy Sunday.
Yes. Happy Sunday, Miss BB. Happy Sunday to all of our listeners, little listeners, big listeners.
That's right. Right. We are certainly thrilled to be here as usual. We're sitting here looking at the time. We're like, oh, we always running our mouth. Let me stop. Always me. Always me. Going.
We're having a good time, right?
Right. Oh, I'm sure you all know it's been getting chilly
Yes.
out there. It is getting chilly.
It
I've had
is.
to put a blanket on, take a blanket off. I've had the window open, window closed, and
Exactly.
allergies. What about you?
Oh, yes. The allergies have been rough.
Seems like inside I'm good, but as soon as I go outside, it's
Yes.
crazy. Sneezing, draining, all kind of things.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. It's been up and down.
Well,
Yes.
just like Miss Lee and me always says, make sure you sanitize or wash your hands.
Yes,
Even though it's allergies, it still carries germs. Every sneeze, every cough,
Yep.
all of
that. Yep. Wash. You're right. You're right.
That's it. Well,
Please.
Get started with our usual. It is Sunday. Excuse me. Let me get a little sip of the water here.
Nope, I get you. Nope, that's still part of the allergies too.
It is.
I got my water right here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. But we, of course, want to wish all of you listeners, young, older, big and small, short, tall, all of them, happy and a wonderful, blessed, safe, and prosperous week. To everyone that's going to school tomorrow on the buses, whether they walk, ride the buses, or are getting carpooled, we wish your safety to and from. We wish the safety over all of those who are involved with your education, your well-being, and your safety. To the parents or the adults that are here, we wish you all a blessed and prosperous week as you go to and from your work day. Just keep peace and, have a wonderful, blessed, prosperous week. Every week we want to do that, Miss Lee. We want to wish you a wonderful and blessed week as well. Yes. And to Miss TJ, who's resting this evening, we want to make sure she knows we wish her the same.
Yes, definitely. And Miss BB will be in the chat. So any comments, questions, anything, hey, Miss BB's there.
That's right. I'll be there once we get started. I'm excited. As you all can see at the bottom of the screen, what Miss Lee is going to be reading. It is Miriam and the Sasquatch. So this should be
his name. I'm like Sasquatch. I mean, the way you say it.
How do you say it? I cannot.
I had to go listen to the pronunciation like Sasquatch, like a watch.
So
Sasquatch. But when you say it sounds like
I'm like, so Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Sasquatch. Got it. Okay. I think I've always said like Sasquatch.
You know what? When you say it kind of fast, it does sound like Sasquatch. It does.
Well, I love that because now this is helping us, and all of you to pronunciate. I didn't say it correctly. I'm not sure about Miss Lee.
I did not.
Just for all of you out there listening, that is the proper way to say it. Let's ask Miss Lee to repeat it one more time. How do we pronounce it?
All righty. It is Sasquatch.
All right. Got it.
I just remember watch.
Got it.
Watch. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's get into
All
it.
right, let's do this. Let's do this. I hope you all enjoy this book. It is called Miriam and the Sasquatch. Miriam looked over the apple orchard. Autumn leaves were turning yellow and gold. The beehives were full of honey. The apples were ready to pick. Rosh Hashanah was coming. Miriam imagined all the apples and the honey on her family's holiday table as she waited for their guests to arrive. And that's right, we're coming up upon our holidays, all of our traditions, family and friends gathering. And that's what Miriam and her family are doing. She's getting the apples together. Miriam didn't come to the orchard just to pick apples. She also came to practice blowing her shofar. She could practice in the orchard without hurting anyone's ears. Miriam stood under an apple tree. She took a deep breath and blew. And that's an interesting instrument, shofar. Like a horn. She heard a sound above her head. It wasn't a shofar. Munch, crunch, munch, crunch. What was making that noise? Miriam looked up into the apple tree. What is all that munching and crunching sound in the tree above Miriam? There sat a Sasquatch, munching away at the apples. Stop eating our apples. We need them for Rosh Hashanah, Miriam shouted. The Sasquatch stared at her. It went back to eating the apples. Munch, munch, crunch, crunch. The Sasquatch is enjoying all the apples from the apple tree. Leave our apples alone. Miriam shook her fist at the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch shook its fist at Miriam. It kept eating the apples. Munch, munch, crunch, crunch. Miriam had to think of a way to get this Sasquatch to stop eating the apples. So Miriam raised the shofar. She blew as loud as she could. She wanted him to just stop eating all the apples. The Sasquatch stared at Miriam. It cupped its hands to its mouth and gave out a mighty howl. Owie! Ah! Miriam had to cover her ears. The Sasquatch went back to eating apples. Munch, crunch, munch, crunch. That's enough. You can't eat all our apples. Miriam picked up an apple and she threw it at the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch caught the apple and it threw it back at Miriam. Miriam ducked. The apple whizzed over her head. It slammed into a beehive. Oh, the apple slammed into a beehive. That's not a good thing. Bees swarmed out of the hive. The Sasquatch jumped out of the tree and ran for the pond. Miriam ran too. She'd be safe in the pond. Bees don't swim. Miriam slipped on an apple. Down she went. Angry bees swarmed around her. Help! Miriam shouted. The Sasquatch turned around. It picked up Miriam and raced for the pond. The Sasquatch jumped in the pond. It stayed in the pond with Miriam until the bees all went away. So the Sasquatch saved Miriam from the bees. You saved me from the bees, even after I threw apples at you, even when I wouldn't let you eat any. I didn't even think that you might be hungry, Miriam said to the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch shrugged. It held out its hand to Miriam. Hand in hand, they walked back to the orchard. The Sasquatch climbed an apple tree. This time it didn't go munch, crunch, munch, crunch. It picked apples and handed them to Miriam. We can pick apples together, said Miriam, and you can eat as many as you want. Rosh Hashanah arrived. Miriam helped her family get ready for the holiday. There was challah and honey cake. And apples and honey for everyone, family and friends, old and new. And look at that. The Sasquatch is now Miriam's friend, and he joined them for dinner for Rosh Hashanah. And that is the end of Miriam and the Sasquatch. Too cute, too cute. That was so cute. That's like an unlikely friendship, you know. She thought he was just eating up all the apples. She didn't like him, and he saved her from the bees. They became friends. An unlikely friendship right there. It's too cute.
Yes, yes. And you know what? I was just, of course, every story you read, I'm always thinking, just thinking. And number one, there's so many people. First of all, the Sasquatch looks so cuddly. He
Yeah.
would have been a friend once you got to know him, but he was so cute and cuddly. But
Yep.
besides, there are so many people. I know some of you little ones, you go to school and there are people from different backgrounds.
Yep.
Some that don't speak the same languages. So you find a way to communicate. And it sounds to me that the two of them were just having a misunderstanding. She wanted to pick apples, he was hungry, and they both probably wanted a friend. But the language she spoke, maybe the Sasquatch did not speak.
Right.
As you can see, and it was almost like they went through this little until they actually realized what the other one wanted. And then they had, they became good friends. They even, had Rosh Hashanah together, which was wonderful. You know what I mean? So don't ever think that somebody is people are not always mean. They may have seen, especially sometimes you might be small and somebody might be bigger. They speak a different language. They look different. There's always other ways to communicate, just like they did.
Exactly.
It's just like you communicate with your pets. They don't actually speak back to you, but they speak back to you in their own language, So they know the signs and the commands and things like that. So just do your best to communicate, and you never know, you might end up making a best friend that way.
Right. Yep. That's right. Yep. And give people a chance. I love it. That's a book, and that really does tell you about how you should give others a chance. You really
you can't just look at him and think that, oh, he's a big furry animal. He's a beast. He's scary. He's, just misunderstood, that's all.
That's it. He was a gentle giant.
Gentle giant. And you could see once they were able, he got up all the way in the tree, probably picked the best apples because those are the best ones, the ones that didn't fall, and didn't get rotten. He got up there and got them for, she let him eat as many as he wanted until he was full. So
exactly. I love it. That's the cutest story.
Yes, it is. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, we'll see what I'll come up with next week. I'll come up with something.
That was wonderful. And it's like you said, again, it's perfect for the time of the year, the seasons, the different holidays. And of course, just like we did last week, we were talking about things that we're thankful for, So I guess, we should share something else. So something different. I am thankful for family. I'm thankful for a million different things, but today I'll say family. I don't necessarily get together with them as much or as often, as I like to, because I'm always doing my own thing or whatever. But family, the moments that we are together, it's like time that we didn't get together doesn't even exist. It's the feeling, the old feeling, the music, the food, the laughing, the missing, the different things, even smells, scents, colors, all kinds of things remind me of the old days. So I will say I am thankful for family and traditions that
Yeah.
we, have that I've grown up and gone to, and the ones we create in our own families as we got older. I admire my daughter and her and my son-in-law. They create their own traditions. It's beautiful to watch the cycles. And as we pick up the traditions that were instilled in us, and we modernize them and kind of revamp them to our day, then our children do the same. It's beautiful to watch that cycle.
Yeah.
Today
Yeah.
I'll give that thanks to family and the traditions.
All right, I love that. You know what? And mine almost has a somewhat of a connection to yours too, because it's part of that family is Sunday dinners. I am grateful for Sunday dinners because it's such a big tradition. It went from my mother and a lot of your parents, their grandparents, great grandparents. It goes down the line back to even slavery. I mean, it
Yes.
goes way back. That is a time for people to get together. A lot of families do it after church. They'll get together. Sometimes the pastor comes to your house for dinner.
Mhm.
It goes so far back, and I did that because I watched my mother do it every Sunday. She would make big dinners. She cooked all during the week, but Sundays was just the important day where
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of food on the table, and we didn't have a lot of people come over. It was just family. It was just family. Sometimes someone else, a friend, would come over from a friend of the families, but really it was just a time for the family to get together and gather around the table and talk. It's like a way to get prepared for the week ahead. Because during the week, everybody's so busy. We kind of pass each other by. At least here in my house, we kind of pass each other
Mhm.
by Monday through Friday. Sunday is that time where everybody can sit down together, talk about what their week was like, get ready for the new week ahead. It's just a wonderful, wonderful tradition. We like to just come up with a lot of food every Sunday. We just look forward to it. It's a lot of fun. So I'm grateful for Sunday dinners. I really
Abs-
am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is
Yeah.
the best days of the week. I know we start the week, but it is it's almost like the our foundation, the family, like you say, Sunday dinners. We sit around the table. We do sit. We pray over the food. We have that connection, and
Yeah.
it's that safety that it's almost like putting on your armor for the week. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
It's like you're getting your spiritual, your mental, your protection
Mhm.
for the week, because the world, it's chaotic, and I'm not going to say the world is just evil, because we know that it's a lot of that out there, but there's a lot of good in it too. And the
Right.
good we have in our home, the good and the peace that we carry with us in our home, that's what we
Mhm.
carry out into the world as we go out here into the unknown, let's just say, because anything could happen. It could be a
Exactly.
great day, it could be a not so great day, but we put that armor on
Yeah.
Sundays.
Yeah.
We
That's
cook
great.
those dinners. We sit with our family. We come here. We sit with you, and that's like an extension of family to Miss Lee and I. Us
Yes.
telling the stories and coming here, spending time with each other. Because me and Miss Lee, we used to be
Yeah.
able to go to each other's house every single day. It could be
Yep.
months before we see each other, but we are
Exactly.
here on Sundays. We've tended to our families. We made our meals, and we made time to spend time with each other and with
Mhm.
you all. So it's
Exactly.
great. I hope that it also helps you all put that armor on for the week and gives you a little, a pep in your step, because we don't always want to get up and do what we have to do on Monday morning. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
Whether
Exactly.
it's school, whether it's work, whether it's going to the doctor, we don't always want to do that. But we do this and we get that encouragement, that extra pep to say we can do this, because
Yep.
we have something to look forward to. And it's not just this, but it's this in a whole. Like
Yeah.
she said, dinners, the traditions, the
Yes.
time, moments, even if they are short moments, the moments that we get to spend with each other, with you, with our families, they're
Yes.
important. And they carry us through the chaos of the world. So I enjoy doing this. I know, we talk about that all the time, but it's
Yeah.
not just us telling stories to you all. It's deeper
Yeah.
than us just coming here to tell stories. It's giving a part of our family to you, and accepting a part of your family here, right
Exactly.
here on the platform is what we're doing. And it's beautiful. It feels good. It closes out our Sunday,
It does. It really does. And I look forward to it every week. I look forward to picking a new book every week and just getting excited. That's funny now. I used to tell Miss BB what the book was going to be. Now, you know what? She's like you all, and she gets excited because I don't tell her anymore. So she's surprised. It's a lot of fun. There's so many different creative ways we can come up with things. It's also learning lessons because each book has a moral. Every story has a moral to it. It has something. There's a lesson to be learned.
And I have definitely learned a lot. I mean, we're learning, not we are learning as we're reading to you all as well. Because think about it, even just this book alone,
Yeah.
I never knew that it was pronounced that way.
Yeah.
When you
Fast.
write out a word, even if
Right.
you like spell it, you're not really paying attention to it because you're speaking the way you've always spoke. I never even looked at the word Sasquatch. You know what I mean? Until
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
kept thinking that it was misspelled, and it was not misspelled.
Yeah.
Spelled
Yeah.
at a time. Like, so this whole time I was saying Sasquatch. You know.
Yeah. So see, we're learning as we go.
It's great. The morals are good. There is always something that I pick up from each one of these stories
Yeah.
that like a light bulb that's like, I never thought of it that way. You know what I mean? These things that are also helping us not only help, kind of be inspirational to you all, it's inspirational to us because we have to conduct ourselves out here just like you little ones that listen. So we're
Exactly.
learning together because a lot of us adults can
Hmm.
certainly take a note from the basics as we're
Yep.
trying to, instill that information in you. So this is great. It's every week is wonderful. Every
It is
week is
so much fun. We love it. We love you all. We just get so excited. And hey, we thank you for your continued support, whether you're watching it live tonight or next week. You know what I mean? As long as you can see it and take something from that each week, we love it. We're just grateful.
absolutely,
We're blessed.
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you
We
all.
we enjoy this and thank you all so much. And of course, as you all know, any suggestions of readings or books that you all have in mind, please feel free. Suggest them. Miss Lee will read any I mean, as you know, and her arsenal is powerful, as you all can see. I mean,
It's a lot of
I'm,
fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm glad you don't tell me the stories anymore because
Yeah.
I feel just like a kid.
Yeah.
I do my part and I'm excited to hear when I look at the title, I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be, so
Yeah. Exactly.
every week I'm just
Every week.
excited, just excited. So I can't wait for next week and in the future, whatever else you come up with. And again, if you guys have any suggestions, please feel free. You can message Miss Lee or put them on a page and
Yep.
we'll be sure to
Exactly.
get the
Right.
book for you and get it out there because this is
Right.
we'll be here. We'll be
Yeah.
here.
That's it. Yep. We will be here for you. We will do it. So please let
Absolutely.
us.
Absolutely. Well, you all have an amazing, amazing week. Start to
Yes.
bundle up as you all are going out because it's starting to get chilly. I think we might be past our warm days. It's starting to get chilly. In the
Yeah.
mornings, you're defrosting cars. So,
Yep.
man, make sure you layer up. Be safe. Be smart.
Layer up. Yes. Yes. Please. Yes.
Right, and we'll see you next week. We love you all. Take care.
Love you. Have a great week, everybody. Love you.